talk your ear off if you let them. So just don't give them too much talk. So,
I'm Julie.
okay. John.
Okay, we got everybody back here.
Where'd that come from?
Zion, you were good to go?
Okay, I'm looking.
You good to go? You want to stand next to me again up here, or you going to be in the background? Huh?
Background.
Okay, all right. All right, where's all of our speakers up
Should we
here?
move over here more?
No, you want them in the camera shot. Mayor, we need you. Yeah. Is this?
This is Johnny and the Jim Dapper.
Okay, guys, so I'll kick it off. Councilwoman, then to the mayor,
That's right.
and then to Jess, and then to Johnny. I say that right? And then we'll have them. These are the performers. How do you guys like to call Louisville Talent Education Center? Okay, perfect. All right, let's roll. All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. How we doing in Parkland here today? Huh? All right. Well, it takes community to put these together, and we got a great community here. Before I get started, I want to recognize a few folks that are not on the speaking agenda. Councilman Bill Hollander is over here, rode his bike to be with us here today. Thank you, Councilman Hollander. He's in charge of the budget committee for the city Metro Council. If you need any money, talk to Bill Hollander. He's got lots of money, lots of money. I want to introduce Mary Ellen Wiederwall over here. She used to be the chief of Louisville Forward that was responsible for a lot of the funding that came this way. And Vincent James, our chief for community building back here, does all kinds of wonderful things for the community. Thank you. Well, thanks a lot for really coming here. We've been looking forward to this groundbreaking for quite some time. The Parkland neighborhood is a very special neighborhood in the history of Louisville. Thriving business district along here, super important part of our history in 1968 when the civil disturbances were taking place all around the country. Right here on this spot in Parkland was the epicenter of that civic activity, righteous protests for racial justice, all took place right here. Now, unfortunately, with that period of time, too, came some damage to the business district. And you saw a lot of people that were investing in this area move out, and we've been trying to recover ever since then. So it's long past time that this type of activity that we see here today comes back to fruition. And then there were inflicted wounds to this community by the federal government as well. Urban renewal, redlining, these type of institutional, racist-based practices that I hope are behind us. And we can't control the past, but we can certainly can control today and the future as well. So it's up to us to kind of rectify these all too familiar stories that you see in too many black neighborhoods in the United States of America. The bottom line is every neighborhood in our city should be safe, it should be healthy, it should be full of education opportunities, have a nice library, have good food options as well. Let's hear it for the library. All right, about that. And all this requires investment. So we've had some good momentum in investment. We've invested well over $1 billion in the 9 West End neighborhoods here in the last 6 or 7 years or so. And the good news is it's attracting more investment. It's attracting announcements like what we've got going on here today as well. So I'm very optimistic about the future of the west side of our city. Here, we've had some great new announcements lately. The new Dare to Care headquarters just over here. It's been a real great investment from a wonderful mission-oriented organization that Vincent James is going to be the CEO of here in just a couple weeks or so. Congratulations, Chief James. We hate to lose him from the city, but if we're going to lose him, one of our great partner agencies is a good place to go. And then, of course, University of Louisville stepped up in a nice way and built a new urgent care center just at the end of the street as well. So we appreciate U of L, and is anybody looking forward to them whooping Florida State here? Game starts at 3:30 this afternoon, so I hope you all can cheer your Cardinals on here later today. So we really appreciate the vision of the Parkland residents and the Parkland Business and Development Association of really coming back in a thriving and exciting way. Now, the Parkland Plaza project It's a community-led project. I want to emphasize that. It does no good for outsiders to come in or the government just to come in and say, here's what we're going to do. It has to be led by the community. So this project will be a centerpiece for the effort that we're doing to revitalize. Over there, we're going to have lots of great programming, shady spot, comfortable spot, sustainable, safe green space for residents, and a great playground for children as well. And people are going to be able to come here, we'll shut streets down, have great events like this throughout the year. So the creation of the plaza is the next step in taking the vision that the Parkland residents have, that we have, and turning it into a reality. It takes a lot of folks to make this happen, so I want to thank a few people before I turn the podium over. First of all, the residents of Parkland. Parkland residents, let's hear it for them, have said, look, this is our community. We want to be heard, and this is how we're going to do it. This is an essential part of being a citizen, is to get off the sidelines, get off the couch, whatever you're doing, and say, I'm going to get involved. So I really appreciate our Parkland folks for doing that. Partners for Places is a joint effort by the Funders Network and the Urban Sustainability Directors Network. They've been an important part of this. The Community Foundation of Louisville, Trees Louisville, of course, the Center for Neighborhoods, Parkland Business and Development Association. This young man started working on this project before he was an elected representative, so Ja'Cory Arthur, now Councilman Ja'Cory Arthur, and 1200 LLC are essential partners on this project as well. Let's hear it for the councilman back here, keeping a low profile. And then, of course, Councilwoman Jessica Green, your all's councilwoman here, doing a great job. We're going to hear from the councilwoman here in a second. All right, so we're excited about Parkland Plaza and what it represents. And I know Councilwoman Jessica Green, we're here in District 1, she is a passionate advocate for her district. And let me underscore that, passionate advocate for her district. Not low-key, very high-key, which I appreciate because she fights on behalf of each and one of her residents every day. She's a wonderful mom, too, because one of my good buddies in the city is Zion Green right here. Zion just won a 3K race this morning. He trains hard each and every day. Zion, you're doing a good job, brother. Keep it going. Everybody, please welcome to the podium Councilwoman Jessica Green.
So I think the mayor just called me crazy, but that's okay. It's okay to be crazy about the right things. And so welcome to beautiful District 1. It is a wonderful day in the neighborhood. I do want to recognize my colleagues, Councilman Ja'Cory Arthur, who is a native of the Parkland neighborhood. Parkland runs in his blood, and even though he no longer lives here, he is so committed to this neighborhood. I want to recognize our budget chair, Councilman Bill Hollander, who is integral to the investments that happen every day in this city. And so due to his leadership and the leadership of others on the council, we were able to get $500,000 in the budget this year for the Parkland Library. And so we need more. We expect more. The mayor knows anytime I see him, I'm talking about Parkland and the Parkland Library. And so, as you all know, we are standing on hallowed ground. Prior to my birth, as many of you all know, Parkland was one of the most thriving neighborhoods in the city for Black people. And so what we have been committed to doing is seeing Parkland rise. And so through many of the investments that the mayor mentioned, we have seen great things happen in Parkland. And so we are committed to even seeing even greater things continue to happen here. I am so excited about the opening of the Parkland Plaza. This idea that you can take nothing and make something and make it a cultural hub is what it's all about. And so thank you so much to the Center for Neighborhoods. Thank you to committed members like my good friend Tammy Hawkins. I saw Tamika Jackson here. And so they are committed to Parkland and they work so hard every day. And so today, as I said, is a great day in the neighborhood. Parkland is going to continue to rise. Parkland is going to continue to thrive. And we're taking it back to the old days and the old glory, one day at a time.
All right, Councilman, way to go. All right, yeah, one of the great honors of my life has been to be the mayor of Louisville. But when I'm in Parkland, I am not the mayor. The mayor here is Miss Tammy Hawkins back here. Tammy, come on. Tammy is a great leader. She's a guiding force of the Parkland Business and Development Association. Parkland Business and Development Association has been leading the work to revitalize the business district here. It's played an integral part in developing the whole Parkland plan. I really appreciate her entrepreneurship as well. This is her food mart over here, her daycare center behind me as well. Please welcome to the stage Mayor Tammy Hawkins.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today, but more than anything, it wasn't just myself or Tamika Jackson or Johnny Eisen from the Better Block. We have some wonderful people. That would be Richard Pickren. That would be Frank Harshaw. That would be Northeast Christian Church. And behind all of that, that would be Jessica Green. So I want to applaud them because there is not one thing that I can go ask them for. They don't just sit behind, they come in the community and help do the work. I put a lot of my blood, sweat, and tears into Parkland, but to have go-to people is something awesome that are willing to put their feet on the ground. A lot of people, they just do a lot of talking. Those people that I spoke upon, they help put the pieces together for Parkland. So I want to give a round of applause, everyone, for them because they was a big help for today. Also, with the Parkland Plaza that's going to be over here, Ja'Cory Arthur, that was something that he had a big piece in. Cindy Sullivan for Trees of Louisville. Anybody else? Judy with the library, she's on board. If anybody else that I left out, I apologize, but we need more people than just us, okay? It's really hard fulfilling when I talk about Parkland. I've been in Parkland thriving solo. Besides Jessica Green, she has other districts that she has to help out. So I was at her neck about Parkland. You know, I've even asked her, like, where you at? And she's like, lady, I got other districts that I got to deal with. But then she was like, you know what, let me go see what she's talking about. And I tell you, she has not left my side yet. We have one of the most heart-fulfilling, I can call her in the middle of the night about Parkland. And that's not something that a lot of people are willing to do. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. Want to thank again Jessica Green, all the sponsors, all the vendors that reached out. And this is just the first Parkland Day. I can't wait till next year. So thanks everyone, and thanks Mayor Fisher also.
All right, thank you, Mayor. We appreciate you and look forward to many great things to come. Mayor Tammy mentioned Harshaw Train. Frank Harshaw and Richard Pitcairn have been incredible partners here. Frank wasn't able to make it. Where's Richard? Richard's back here. They have been giving blood, sweat, and tears and financial assistance to the Parkland neighborhood for years now. So please give our best to Frank and the entire team, but we appreciate you guys very, very much. So there's a lot of planning that goes into making these things happen. I don't know if it looks simple to everybody, but lots of moving parts, not just for the festival, but for the spaces over here as well. So we're blessed to have the Center for Neighborhoods here in our city that works throughout Louisville, which is a great city of great neighborhoods. And they help with master planning, community involvement to improve our city each and every day. And Jess Brown is the planning director at the Center for Neighborhoods. She's been working with our team and the Parkland community and other partners since 2018 to understand what residents wanted in the plaza here and then to activate that space through the Better Block program. So Jess is a huge part of today. Please welcome Jessica Brown.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Jess Brown. I'm the planning director at Center for Neighborhoods. We are an independent nonprofit organization that really seeks to engage residents and build up neighborhoods together. And so the Parkland Plaza for us is the perfect example of residents leading change and institutions and funders following that resident voice, stepping up to make the resident dream a reality. We couldn't be happier for all of the folks that have stepped into this. Councilwoman Green, the mayor's office, the Office of Community Development, the Office of Advanced Planning, Metro's been a great partner, but we've also had a critical on-the-ground partner in Trees Louisville. I cannot thank them enough. Cindy, you should be up here at this podium today. We are creating together a green oasis of community gathering that Parkland neighborhood has deserved for a very long time. We are righting wrongs, and we're following the residents to follow their vision. You know, there was a wonderful neighborhood plan that was written in 2016, 2017, and we really fully believe in the planning process, and we really fully believe that when we implement those plans, change happens. Those plans are designed for people to have a chance to tell what their dream is. And then it's our job to step in and make that dream happen with them, not for them. Okay? And I want to acknowledge our planning partners in Gresham Smith. They're here today. They've done a lot of technical things for us. I want to acknowledge the Louisville Water Company. I want to acknowledge a huge list that I can't remember right now, of all the contractors and suppliers that are stepping up to give us things at cost or in kind for this project. When you come out here 6 months from now, you're going to see a green play space, you're going to see a natural playground, you're going to see a community stage, you're going to see trees, you're going to see cool top pavement and a pilot project for basically covering the street in a reflective material that helps our urban heat island. Okay, there are magical things happening, and we couldn't be happier. And we are so thankful for the very she has a lot of humility in Tammy and her leadership and all the other residents, because they really are working outside of their regular jobs, outside of their regular responsibilities to make this happen for their community. And our jobs are nothing without them. This project is nothing without them. So we cannot do this without the residents. We cannot do this without your voice. And so with that, I'm going to pass the mic, but I just wanted to thank everybody, and particularly the residents of Parkland.
Thank you, Jess. And she just talked about the importance of the residents of Parkland, who really talked about their dreams for the Parkland Plaza and their vision for what the neighborhood could be, bringing out the best that we have here. And Johnny Eisen is a West Louisville native and the senior neighborhood liaison for the Center for Neighborhoods, and well-liked in the community, I might add. So in that role, she helps bring out the voice of the Parkland residents and bring this project alive. And she works with the community to bring about that change. So please welcome Johnny Eisen.
Hello, everybody. My name is Johnny Eisen. I am the Senior Neighborhood Liaison with the Center for Neighborhoods. I've been working with this project with them for 2.5 years. It's been a long time coming, so I am super excited to see all of this come into fruition. Back when it first started, we had a Parkland history booklet created that really talked about the deep history of Parkland. It has such a deep and amazing history. So today, I'm just going to read a little excerpt from the history book, because how can we talk about today without talking about the history and where it came from? In 1874, Parkland received its first charter and became an independently thriving municipality. Though its boundaries then were wider than any lines on today's map, by 1881, the first black families had started to erect prominent homes along Orleans, which is now Dumesnil, and Virginia Avenue. During this time of Parkland's transition from farmland owned by a few wealthy landowners to neatly plotted homesteads inhabited by both moderate and wealthy transplants, the area held a few different names depending on who was asked. Very early, it was known as Homestead, Kentucky. But then there were other names like South Parkland and Parkland Subdivision. It was called Needmore by the black residents, but black folks from up in town called it Little Africa. One of the original black families to move to Parkland were the Cotters. In the 1870s, Joseph S. Cotter's family left their lives as slaves on a Bardstown, Kentucky plantation to start anew in Parkland's growing and promising township. 40 years later, in the early 20th century, the whole place became a vibrant hub inhabited by mostly black tradesmen, preachers, teachers, homemakers, small farmers, and families. This period of Parkland's history, now about 100 years old, is captured in the memory thanks to Homecoming Week, a commemoration celebration that drew regional attention in the summer of 1916. Joseph S. Cotter, the principal of the neighborhood's Coleridge Taylor School, organized a week-long celebration to commemorate 25 years of Parkland. At the time of Homecoming Week, there were 700 black homes, 6 churches, 7 groceries, 1 drugstore owned by A.J. Duncan, president of the Parkland Improvement Club, and the mayor of Little Africa, as well as 5 bricklayers, 6 carpenters, 9 concrete workers, 1 blacksmith, 2 paper hangers, 3 contractors and builders, 2 icemen, 2 farmers, and 2 doctors. Homecoming Week was about more than celebrating the health and prosperity of predominantly black community. The Parkland Improvement Club also wanted to generate interest and support for modernizing the area with improvements like smooth cinder pathways, mailboxes, and lamp posts. In 1916, Parkland and Louisville were connected via paved roadways and even streetcars, but this was a collective effort around beautifying the little township. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny. We appreciate that. Okay, so we're wrapping it up here, but before we do this, we're going to have a musical performance of several minutes, and then we're going to have a groundbreaking over here. So much of projects like this are about bringing the community back and then sustaining the community going forward and innovating the community going forward. And there's no better representation of that than our young leaders and the arts that bring our lives and our hearts all to the fore as we celebrate who we are and what we can be. So we're going to have a brief musical performance right now by the West Louisville Talent Education Center, also known as the Blue House. So please welcome to the stage the West Louisville Talent Education Center, these 2 young, fine men right here. Come on up. And ladies. Sorry, guys.
Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. We just want to make sure that we applaud the West Louisville Music Education Center, and they're at the Blue House, which is like on the other side of the Masons building. So three buildings down, and they serve the community and our youth, and make sure they get access to music, and they do beautiful work. And they came to Better Block 3 years ago, and it was awesome then too. So thank you so much. And I want to say one thank you that I forgot, and that is to the NAACP. They are in here in Parkland. They're in this plaza on the other side of the building, and they've been critical partners to make sure that we're doing our history right, that we're doing solar, so we're doing our green energy right. Okay, we couldn't thank them enough. And then I want to challenge everybody today to go to parklandplaza.com. It takes 2 seconds. Sign up with your email or your phone number and get updates. Volunteer. We're going to have so much cool programming out here when we're built, and that's how you're going to find out about it. So parklandplaza.com. Thank you. Yeah. And then, yeah.
All right, everyone, give me just a moment. Got to wrap up a cable. Hello again, everyone. Out here at the Parkland Plaza groundbreaking ceremony, there's going to be a big outdoor space that is going to be dedicated to the Parkland neighborhood. There's going to be a lot of foliage, a lot of trees that are going to be getting put in. There's going to be some implementations that are going to try to diffuse the heat island that happens out here. What a heat island is you know, it tends to be in richer areas of the city that there's more trees, and those trees create more shade, and those areas of the city actually have cooler temperatures than some of the poorer areas that don't have that coverage. So it's really just a beautiful thing that they're doing out here for the Parkland community. They're going to be doing a groundbreaking here momentarily, so I will be moving over that direction here in a second.
Sorry to meet her.
All right. Are we smiling?
I'm on Virginia.
Everybody ready? Let's start. Are you smiling? Smile. Smile away.
How am I starting?
The press conference is at like 2:15, but I bet that press conference set up.
2:30 right now?
Do what?
Oh, let's look. 3 o'clock right now.
Yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, for sure.
I see the
Guys, thanks for tuning in. This is an important moment for this area, for this community. As was stated in the press conference, there's a lot of beautiful history in the Parkland neighborhood. There's a lot of beautiful history in the Portland neighborhood, in the West End in general. So it's good to see some of that beauty finally coming back to the community. I haven't really been able to give y'all a look at the surroundings, but there's a ton of vendors and stuff that are set up, local outreach organizations and just locally owned, you know, black businesses. We're over here on Dunesnell, like 28th and Dunesnell in the Parkland neighborhood. So let's go find out where this groundbreaking is. Is the groundbreaking over there?
Yeah. You want lemonade?
I'll take one. I'm gonna move around over to the other side of the fence before mainstream takes all our good shots. Again, as you can see, tons of vendors out. Tons of vendors out here for this beautiful celebration of the Parkland community. Again, there's going to be a new plaza here that is going to be dedicated to the community for a number of reasons. But it's going to be a beautiful outlet for the individuals that live in this area. You know, an outlet that they didn't previously have. Ooh. Hey, this is where the audio gets cut out.
Greatness is here.
Check one. Check. Check 1 2 1 2.
All right, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Just hanging out right now until this groundbreaking starts.
Woo! Welcome to Parkland Day. Y'all can have the weather out here today. Yes. I am going to be your host for today. My name is Robin G. Y'all, one more time, give it up for Parkland Day and give it up for this beautiful weather. Yes, today was supposed to happen with sunshine, and that's what we got. Yes. Shout out to more Bounce by the Ounce. If you all have little ones, the bouncy houses are open, and they are welcome to come back here and bounce and have some fun. We are going to have a wing contest. Yes, chicken wing contest that is about to take place here in just a few moments. We have Marinations Catering, Cut to the Chase 502, and Lucretia's Chicken. Lucretia's Kitchen. Look, I got chicken on the mind. So if you all want to come back here and check out the wing contest, that is about to happen. Yes, so again, my name is Robin G. I am a spoken word poet here in the city. I am also currently a resident of Parkland, so this is beautiful. Shout out to DJ Walt in the building. We are going to have some fun. I'm gonna let DJ Walt serenade us with this music, create this vibe.
Check. So
Hey,
Robin,
Walt.
what's up? How y'all doing?
Like
You know, I'm just here hanging out with my family. You know how we do. But listen, Robin, a little birdie just told me that the wings are so far that we gotta wait till 4:30 to do it. I think they marinate, percolate, putting that drizzle on, that drip. So yeah, 4:30. Pop.
When you come out to these community events, you always got to get a lemonade.
It's going to take place at 4:30, and that is going to take place right here. You all don't want to miss that. If you are a big chicken wing fan, as I am, Walt, how you like your wings?
You're okay.
I like them with that what's that? That lemon pepper?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't go wrong with the lemon
All
pepper.
flats.
With some
And a lemonade.
Who said all flat? Yes, all flats with the ranch on the side.
Quit playing. You know how we gonna do it.
Listen, lemon pepper all flat. So yes, I'm gonna let DJ walk. Again, we have more Bounce by the Ounce back here. Make sure you are shopping with our vendors. Make sure you're stopping by the food trucks and getting you something to eat. The kids are welcome to come here and bounce. And we are just going to have a beautiful day right here in the heart of Parkland.
Out here at the Parkland neighborhood, 28th and Doomsmill. There is here shortly going to be a groundbreaking of the new Parkland Plaza that is going to be built here it's going to be happening. But this live music is likely going to cut off the feed, the audio on the feed. I'm going to go ahead and drop the live stream for the time being. I will either go live I think I'm going to go ahead and drop the live stream for now, wait for the actual groundbreaking. So I might go live for the groundbreaking, or I might just pre-record it, put it up on like Instagram, stuff like that. But I will be getting footage of the actual physical groundbreaking. But I am going to go ahead and drop the live right now to save some battery and let my phone cool off a little bit. Everybody, Jared Wright, Riot Heart Media signing off. Stay strong, stay safe.